Video of Jayco Greyhawk 29 MV. Right inside you have your step, held by a latch there, slide up, lock it there. So batteries underneath, one battery now. You could always put a second battery in, but it's kind of a fun little, it's not easy to do, and then you're trying to look through a camera as well. Okay, so right inside the door, I have a couple little things. We've gone through a few of them. We went through the carbon monoxide detector and propane detector. Went through that. I will get to that. It's a leveling system. Awning, in and out. Main power, that is going to be your battery disconnect. So turn it off, no power. Turn it back on, 12 volt again. Basically the only time you're going to use this switch is when you're storing it for short or long or short periods of time, and not something you're going to use all the time. It is just going to disconnect your 12 volt. Leveling system, the ignition and the parking brake has to be on in order for this to even turn on. But we did go through the exterior lights, power on, interior lights for the power step, and the interior lights. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get the ignition on and the parking brake on. We'll go through leveling. Parking brake is on, ignition is on. I'd prefer if it was running, but the exhaust is on this side here. It was just creating one heck of a racket just coming in here. So easy enough, turn it on, hit auto level. See, low voltage, press enter to acknowledge. It wants me to have it running, so I will start it and I'll try to talk over it. Okay, I'll try to talk over this. So again, power's on, hit auto level. Now it's going to level the front jacks first, and then it'll ground the rear jacks and put us in a level mode. This is going to take about roughly 1.5 to 2 minutes. So I'm going to let that one go, and I'm going to move up to the other control panel while we wait for that. Alright, control panel here. We talked about the generator already. Same thing in here, push and hold down stop. That is going to give that it's going to give it prime, so you can pull in, use the pump inside to pull fuel to the generator. Push and hold up. Nada. Pull. Push and hold down again. Start. It's trying. It's not an abnormal thing to see. Push and hold down again. Hold a little longer this time. There you go. Oh. Not abnormal. Push and hold start. So the flashing you've seen was just saying that it stalled. Just not enough fuel there yet. Just hold. Perfect. Awesome. Alright. So we went through the generator. Let's go back down. I know I'm don't like to jump around on the video either, but sometimes you have to do things. Alright, it says it's level now. Big thing with this one, you can manually level it from this point. Press down, you can see all retract, auto retract all, and then you hit enter to retract everything. Push down, tells us 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Push down again, battery voltage is at 14 volts. Push down again, 0.2 degrees, that's actually pretty good. Front to rear is 0.1 degrees. And then manual level enter to begin. There is No other level there, so we'll hit enter. Manual extend. So manual extend, we can bring the front up. That's going to bring us back to where we were. Whoop, that wasn't too bad. But you get the idea. So it's only going to let the jack or the level come up. It'll never retract. So manual extend. I can hit retract and hit manual retract now. Now I can actually bring the front down or the rear down. Okay, we'll get out of this real quick. Hit enter. I'm going to leave these jacks down while we do this. Run out slide outs and everything else. Hopefully it's not too loud. I am going to turn off the generator because that's adding to my noise. Alright, I'm going to start here. Water heater, let's do, switches are under here. Where is that switch? Interior lights, there we go. Alright, so water heater, electric. Turn the electric on. If you're going to just use it to wash your hands, do some dishes, this is perfect. Ready to take a shower? Leave it on. You can turn on the propane. What you're doing is you're saving your propane. You're already paying for the electricity anyway. Why not? Take a shower, get done with a shower. You're done, turn it back off. Good to go. Water pump button there. You'll see that there's a light that turns on there. It tells you the pump is on. So if it's turned on from outside, somebody left the valve open on me. So if it's turned on outside, you'll know that it's turned on outside without that switch being there. Tank heaters. Tank heaters are great. I don't know how to explain this one very well. I kind of do. So the tank heaters are going to create heat. They don't work below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. With that being said, it is, if you decide you leave your house and it's 0 degrees out and you just filled your tanks and you're just traveling south, get down to the snow belt where it's going to be above 20 degrees, that is great to use. It is not going to be a long term, it's fit 10-15 degrees out. That's not going to be an ideal thing to keep this as a cold winter, a cold weather apparatus at all. It's just lacking. It's still a 12 volt system. It's not a 110 system. And what you'll find is the bottom of the tank will be thawed, but the center of the tank will be frozen if you use it that way. Slide outs. We'll do slide out 1, extend. Oh, the ignition's on. It doesn't want to move. Let me turn that off real quick. Ignition's off now. We'll hit extend. Slide out moves. Nice and smooth slide out. Slide out 2. Extend. Not that you can really see back there yet, but it is moving. Alright, jacks are down. You do not have to have this level to run the jacks or to run the slide outs. If you're in a really bad pitch, absolutely you want to make sure this is as level as you possibly can. Otherwise, I mean, they're pretty good slide outs without being completely level. Most people prefer to use them anyway, though. Alright. Tank here we say gray tank is empty, black tank is empty, freshwater tank is 2/3, and battery is reading full. Big things there, easy ones to use. Inverter, push and hold it up. Inverter on this one, it is not a big inverter. It's going to be enough to run your TVs, your DVD player, your TV in the rear, as well as the 2 outlets next to your bed. With one battery, if you have a CPAP or something along the sorts of a sleeping machine, It's going to get you through about half the night. You will want a second battery. Just keep that in mind. We've had problems with that in the past where customers didn't realize that one battery wasn't enough, so I'd like to reiterate that as well. We'll go back to this, turn the water pump on. Sounds like I have something on outside. Water's working. No problem. I have something running outside, so I'm going to turn that back off. Alright, so, big one. I have to explain this one a lot. So, stove on this one. It's got a glass cover. I'm not saying that you are a person who doesn't understand that this is not a cooktop. The glass is not a cooktop. I have had customers, I've had 3 in the last couple years that have used this as a cooktop, shattered the glass, and tried to get mad at us. So, it does say it. Do not place pans on the glass surface. Raise cover into full open position before operating burners. Let cooktop cool before closing glass cover. That is a must. It is not a cooktop. Do not cook on it. Turn it, click it. Okay, so big one on this. The Furrion stove or oven is awesome. You're gonna have to be a little patient with it. Lights, turn on some lights. So light on this one, I am going to put it in there. You see it click. Okay, oven. You have to bring it over to light. Then you have to hold it in. It's going to be like a pilot light. I can't do 3 things at once. Let's see if I can try. Push and hold it in. Click. Pilot light came on. It's on now. Now it lights. No issues. So got to remember to push and hold that in order to light the pilot. Hold it in just a little longer and then turn it on. It's going to be just like a pilot in your home or in your water heater at home. Microwave on this one, pretty self-explanatory. Just normal microwave. It's not a convection. Fridge on. I always like to leave it on auto. Auto is always going to look for 110 power. If it does not find 110 power like it just did not, it's always going to switch to propane. So it's on propane now, but it is on auto. And temperature, there are 5 little snowflakes there. The more snowflakes, the colder it is. Turn it off. Hold it. Thermostat. Pretty simple system here. 3-button system. Push it. Let's go to fan. Cool, cool low, cool low, cool auto high. That auto is going to be your fan on the side there. We go down to heat electric, which is a heat pump that is still using your air conditioner. Again, that does not work below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Then heat gas. Go back to off. Power control systems. Service none. We're not plugged in. So scroll. Water heater is powered because it is 12 volt. Refrigerator is powered because it is propane and it needs 12 volt. AC rear is powered. It's not, because there is no AC rear on this. 0 amps. Service none. If I were plugged in, you would see the rear one is not powered. Why they did it that way, I have no idea. I wish they would change that, but they haven't yet. Alright, back through the bedroom. There's light switch in here. I'm blind. Light switch. As well as slide out mechanism. Okay, so Schwintek slide out system on this one. Alright, with this system, to manually push the slide out in, the motors are in the top corners. on both sides. What you'll have to do is you'll have to be outside, and you'll have to take a couple screws out, pop the motors off, and then you can manually push that in. It's not an easy task. It's something you can look up online. It's called Schwintek. I couldn't spell it for you right now, but Schwintek motor, or Schwintek slide out is what you'll want to Google. You'll be able to figure that one out. The front one is a little different, and I'll explain that one in a little bit. Lights in here. So push once, blue light, push and hold it, white light. TV. Insignia TVs, the remote should be sitting around here in other places. Nice size closets. I like these fans. It's nice. Really nice fans. Especially when they're power. Ooh. I like that fan. It's kind of like an attic fan. Bathroom. Now we just got to switch. Alright. So toilet on this one. It's halfway down to fill the bowl, all the way down to flush it. Shower. I don't even know why they put those in bathrooms anymore. Everybody keep them closed. Decent shower. Decent size even. I'm 6'3" and I can fit in there as long as I take out that shower bar. Let's go with the bed here. So the dinette does turn into a bed. How you do so is actually you lift from, let's get this out of here. You lift from the front. Let's get those off it as well. Lift it from the front, it comes forward, and it will fold down under the cushions. It's really not easy to do one-handed, so I'm sure you get the gist of that. There is a little key here that's going to be for the bathroom lock, so if you ever lock yourself in it or out of it, you can unlock it. Front and rear TV, they're both the same remote. It doesn't matter. This is the front, this is the front, this is the rear, this is the rear. It doesn't matter. Blu-ray players just for the front only, because it is under the TV. And this is going to be for your stereo. So as we talked about earlier, you can actually watch or listen to your stereo outside. Oh, I know the infrared's working. Maybe I just don't have the radio on. Oh, or the ignition. Okay. So pretty much everything else in here is stuff you've used, you've seen it in houses, nothing extravagant. These seats do turn around. It is going to be impossible to do that one-handed. It's kind of hard to do it two-handed, so that is something I can teach you to do while you're here. You can ask for Dave to help you. I will be more than happy to come out and show you anything I have missed, or you have any other questions. I will get into the slide out. We did fix the couch here, so it does come out now. Fairly simple. That was a fun one. But beyond that, I have a 20-minute video. It'll take me roughly 10 minutes to get through the front. I think we'll just keep going on this one. Alright, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get in the driver's seat, and then I'm going to go through everything up there. So I chose to go along this route a little different. We're going to go outside, right in front of the tire, the slide out here. Manual retract this one. There is a panel in here. Right there. You'll have to remove that panel, disengage the motor, and slide that in. On the Schwintek system, Up towards the top in each corner, there's a gasket that you'll have to remove, loosen the motor, and pull that out. Again, YouTube is awesome for that. All right, front dash. From left to right, we're going to go here. Mirrors, and then right above it is going to be your heated mirrors. That's just the top mirrors. Below that, this is not all. Ooh, it's dark in here. Let's see if we can get my light out real quick. This is not fun. All right, knob here. Headlights. All right, you do have two lights here, one on the left. It's gonna dim it and brighten it up. Leave that where it's at. RPMs, speedometer, shifting gauge tells you where everything is. We're moving at 0 miles per hour. Oil pressure, coolant, fuel gauge, and oil temperature. Wow. And this is not fun. All right. Let's see if I can get this to read a little better. Not an easy one to see. All right. Not a whole lot of light in here. All right, so you have on and off. That's your cruise control. You have set and set plus and set minus. Set plus is going to bring you up, just set it, or set minus will just set it. If you're like, oh, I'm doing 65, that's great. And turn it on, they'll hold it at 65. You want to go 66 or 67. You push set plus twice, it'll bring you up to 67 miles an hour. Or if you're doing 65, and you're like, hey, I want to do 60, you push it down 5 times, it'll bring you down to 60. Then you have resume and cancel, so you just cancel everything off. It's kind of like coast, but a little different. As you see on the shifter here, you have park, reverse, neutral drive, manual, 2 and 1. Manual is going to allow you to use your shifter on your shifter. So there's a plus and minus here. It's going to go through gears. If you're going through the mountains, if you want to slow down, go into higher or go into lower gear, you can. You have a tow haul button as well, so it changes the shift points. So if you're hauling a car, that's going to help as well. Parking brake. All right, let's see if I can get to this one real quick. Auxiliary start. So I told you about your battery earlier, that it's up front, it's easy to jump start. You can also use that button. It is a momentary button that you can use your house batteries to charge, to start your engine, not to charge it. Push and hold that one, turn the key. It's going to use your house instead of house battery instead of your engine, or as well as your engine, so you get a better boost. Thermostat in here, fan, temperature, what it's going to do, where it's going to go. You do have TCS, traction control systems. You can turn that off, basically in case you ever get stuck in the mud, and it's going to help with your spinning of your tires. A little cigarette lighter, USB charging ports. That is a USB-C and normal USB. That's just going to charge phones. It's not going to do anything else. Then you have this one over here, which is another USB, which will be Android Auto for your stereo. Android Auto or Apple CarPlay will be able to play to this. You just have to plug in your phone, and it'll go through, prompt you on a few things. And then you have your 4-ways just above that, right here. 4-ways there. That's just going to turn on your 4-way blinkers. Instead of being on the steering wheel anymore, it's down here. Alright. So again, blinker, left blinker, right blinker, kind of nice to have. You can also do this. Go home, bring you there, swipe over, hit the rear camera, and now you can see behind you all the time. So if you're towing a vehicle, you can definitely see behind you without any issues. You can leave it on all the time, or you don't have to. It doesn't matter. We'll go through the radio. Not setting any channel right now. Home again. Sirius XM, you'll have to call and activate that. Bluetooth audio so you can hook into your phone. Or Bluetooth audio so you can listen to like Pandora, Spotify, books on tape basically. And then phone for your Bluetooth. You can hook a USB up to this, which is going to be there as well. Not that I can see it very well, I'm sorry. And swipe over. You have your rear camera and then your settings. And just go through normal general sound, visual, Bluetooth. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot else in here. The seats are kind of a pain. But you do get 3 months free of Sirius XM, which is nice to have. But beyond that, not a whole lot in here. Again, if you have questions or concerns, or if I didn't explain something, I am human. I do miss things. Feel free to ask for Dave. I will be more than happy to come up and explain anything to you that you need. All right. Hopefully this reaches you well, and have a great day.